Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Oh, don't start that stupid video again. It does this every time. Go away, video. Anyway, let's try that again. Hello there. Hello there. There we are. Hello. Welcome. Camera's up here now, isn't it? All right. So, welcome to another APL, American Premier League, 35v35. I am your host, Noppers. I've almost got my setup perfect. I'm going to get myself a green screen shortly, and then, then we'll be good to go without any background stuff. Anyway, we are sitting here right now waiting for this match to start effectively, and it is, as you would have seen from the title, of GBI versus Syndicate. Now, I don't think I've seen Syndicate play yet, so I'm really, again, looking forward to them. But GBI, of course, I've seen play for quite a bit in the last however long. This is the place where you come for your hilarious streaming from a guy who looks like he's gone to church, right? Just looking at whatever's going on over here. Anyway, where are we today? We're on St. Mary Glace, of course, the ever popular for competition St. Mary Glace. Please, dear God, somebody play something else. It's a popular one because it's a good map to fight on, of course. We've probably just hit some things here and get some looks at different stuff. So let's have a look there. There is the map's just rolled actually, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that because it might be the go time. It looks like it actually is go time. So that's the map. That's what we're looking at today, as we always do. Let me just see. Easy squad. Yes, it is. It looks like this is game start, folks. So I'm just going to square myself away here on cameras quickly. There we go. Let's bring that map away and let's bring ourselves across to the live point of view. Should be right. There we go. It's a bit jerky today, isn't it? Where does he want me to go in this squad? I've got to pick my right squads, of course. Land cruising squad, land cruising, land cruising, land cruising, land cruising. Can anybody see land cruising? He's not there. Uh-oh. We will have to just wing it, I reckon. Got to join Land Cruising Squad. Shit. All right. We'll get something going here anyway. So, this is what we're doing. This is where we're at, and it is actually St. Mary City Centre today. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to be a nice chunky fight for us. Turning off all the cameras, get our little fella over here into the city centre, and we're going to keep a real close eye, probably for most of the match, on in that top right corner once I get that camera up for you, on the chapel itself. The church itself in St. Mary Glace. Noticing or noting, of course, that the actual capture point is just outside of the church. All right, so don't forget that. Let's put church cam on. Yeah, what's going on at the church on a Sunday? Who knows? There we go. God, and that one. All right. So once T-Reaper's squad gets, not T-Reaper's squad, Land Cruising squad gets squared away, I will have to change across to that. Have a quick look. Where did he go? There he is, Queen Squad. Okay, I'll have to redeploy. Sorry, folks. I do have to meet the requirements of the teams, of course, for it. So I can't do anything else outside of that. So they do need the flexible options. I mean, because there's like a limitation on squad size, squad numbers, of course. So if I see, is that prep? No, what squad is he in? If I take up one too many squads for them, they can't actually use the 6th armor squad or the extra infantry squad that they need. So it's a bit of a thing. I do wish there was some other option that the game actually had, but hell, at the moment we're just trying to get a stable game, aren't we, on the devs? So I don't want to be too picky, and I don't want to unpack that one any further. It is bugging me a little bit how they screwed it recently. Anyway, so that's what we got. Syndicate are going to be the Axis, GBI are going to be the Allies. You can see there, that's our team. Quickly having a look at it there. You've got about 10 seconds before I go across to the 2 maps. Right, that was your look. Congratulations, we've survived that. Now, there's a big rush on the middle here from GBI, and they're coming in from the right map. Of course, you can see them all there. Left map isn't working just yet. I'll fix that up in a second. So we'll go back across to the main screen. It's the sharing thing that's not happening yet, is it? It's not quite working. No, that's sharing. So what's wrong? You've got to get it right, or otherwise you don't get the image correct. So yeah, welcome to the match. Hope you enjoy this one. I'm kind of looking forward to it, as I said earlier, because it is a really good matchup, this, I think. And all right, see if that's actually come up there. We've got the first play there. GBI, as I said, they come in real early. There you go. It's actually working quite nicely. So checking that out. Thank you. Sorry, doing some shadowing through there so we could get everything squared away, and you can see that second camera. So looking down there over the point itself, GBI have got a nice hold there. Truck came racing in there from Frank and Killswitch. Boom, there goes that truck. The tank's right in point. They got 2 points, 2 tanks straight up, GBI. That's nice work from them. And although they are not in the point itself, they are in the chapel pretty well. There's a Greyhound's just picked up that truck in the middle of the city. They're off to the left. 10 o'clock position next to Steve got picked up. Syndicate are picking up the north area there. You can see quite a few infantry up to the north there. That Stewart is parked in beautifully there, stopping anyone coming through on that angle. Wash, what a great start. What a great start this is from GBI. But Syndicate have not been pushed out of the point early yet. 5 minutes have been played already, would you believe? And it's just chaos here at the moment. Trying to get that angle there in the city in the top right corner so we can actually see what's going on the ground level. You can see Syndicate now being pushed back into the building here on the left at the 8 o'clock position. They're going to have to try and hold that building section. Noting just quickly, if we get down here and have a look, remember, there is cover, but he just popped his head up a little high and got shredded by a tank or artillery. There is a bit of cover here from that tank, but these guys are actually getting in there. Oh, not those guys though. That artillery right on point there, picks it up beautifully. Killswitch has made his way in. He'll have a satchel onto the side of that building for sure. Yeah, look at this. Satchel going down straight away. He's got machine gun fire coming in from somewhere. Oh, battle toaster there. Somebody picked him up. Not sure who. Probably a grenade from Battle Toaster. We're going to see a satchel go off. I'm pretty sure that satchel's still good. Yes, it is. There it is on the ground. GBI getting pushed back up the north there. As we see El Cid and Mick. El Cid, that's a name I remember. Yeah, I think that guy's, I've seen him before. So I've seen some of the Syndicate players before. I don't actually know where they come from. And if anyone can tell me, here goes the satchel, surely. Going to be going off in a second. There she goes. Boom. Oh, the tank took a little bit of a pasting from that. But it's not dead. Killed everything in the building though. That Stuart though, very lucky. Oh, well. Very lucky to be alive. No, he's not. He's been taken down. Not sure what picked him up there. Actually, something from down south perhaps. Or maybe some artillery. There's a greyhound around the back there. Oh, no. That's a 75. It's come through and it's picked up both the Stuart and the greyhound. Sorry, both the... sorry, hang on a minute. Let me get my things right here. The 75 just picked up the Puma. The Puma picked up the Stuart. So, there you go. And GBI just starting to cap the point back now. They still haven't taken it. No one's taken it yet because it's been a really good contest straight up. So, well done to Syndicate for giving us a great start here with GBI and not giving up the point too easily. Plenty going on up north there. We're going to keep that top right corner there on the point itself, we can see. And I want just go and have a look up north here. 15-minute delay, folks, by the way. So, welcome to the stream if you're just joining us. It's been a fascinating start already. Lots of dead tanks around the church itself, around the chapel itself. GBI just pressed back a little bit up the top here, but they managed to hold position at least. So, this is a vital area for Syndicate to take because this will give them access to the chapel. Although having said that, they've already got kill switch and prank back in there again, and their artillery's on point again. So GBI pushed right back here. Not sure, might have been that Puma that really fucked things up at the back line there. There's a Stuart in there. No, that's the 75 again. There we go. And whatever that is over there as well. Or is that another Stuart? Yeah, it is. Sorry, my bad. The 75's over here. No, that's a Greyhound. Jesus, how many tanks have GBI got? There's a 75 there, there's a Stuart in the middle, and there's a Greyhound over here. Boy, oh boy, they're quick on their tanks today, GBI. They've had 6 tanks in the last 9 minutes on the battlefield. So they've obviously worked on some strats about how to get their tanks forward and resupply as quick as possible. Based on that, you know, what happens in a lot of the battles is that first phase of play, you lose a whole bunch of shit, tanks included. So they've obviously done some... what would we call that? Some strategizing. Let's call it that, shall we? So, yeah, we're now sort of just normalizing the battle a bit here, but those 3 tanks, really big stuff from GBI. Well done to them. Killswitch says, still working his way in. He's got a couple of tanks to go. The Stuart, I just saw the bail out of there, by the way. He might be going north to help support that infantry up there. The Greyhound's still in position nicely. Glizzy Goblin there, picking up our little satchel here as he ran across. So Syndicate just held off the main road there a little bit, although they are pressuring the point with numbers, and that'll probably be a little bit of this north stuff. Let's have a look at the point itself. Now to see how it's... well, actually, we'll do the 2 maps, won't we? Let's get that going. So we didn't get that right before. Because the screen wasn't set up properly, so I apologise for that. I thought it was good, but it wasn't. So again, there are the icons at the top telling you who we're actually looking at. GBI's screen on the left and Syndicate's on the right. Just looking here at what GBI got. You can see where the cap point is. See how it's in Fox 5 there. So the 4 grid squares are those. So Syndicate are always going to have pressure in this area here, giving them numbers, sort of putting pressure on the cap point. GBI haven't got a lot of padding there, a lot of room. But look at that line on Syndicate's side. If you have a look over here, straight up and down there, they're right up the main road. So GBI managed to hold them onto the main road, and now you can see this little flanky panky going on down here from GBI. They're pushing around Echo 6, trying to cut off that back line of Syndicate. There's no garrisons there for them to pressure at the moment. Syndicate got pretty good map control back in their area, and GBI doing reasonably well, although they don't have anything down in this bottom area. They're obviously trying to get that with those supplies in position. Nothing up the top either. I'd definitely be working on that if I was GBI. But it looks like GBI just got slightly the upper hand here. Having said that, though, look back at Cemetery for Syndicate there. They've got the little old matey Potato there, just pushing around recon. Timmy Lee, yeah. So he's starting to pressure the back lines of GBI, and they're going to have to watch that because that'll be quite an interesting play if he manages to clean out some of this stuff there. Back to the main screen now. You can see that 75 there. It looked like he's playing tag with something on the street. Not sure if it won or lost that, but it backed off a little bit. And back up into this top view now, we have a bit of a look. Looks like the church or the chapel has also slowed down quite a bit there, folks. So we'll get some eyes on up the north here. This is the other area, just looking north of chapel now, top right corner, and watch this little play here as it goes through, and see if Syndicate can take that north area. GBI now throwing numbers at that. They know there's a bit of pressure there. Here's Timmy Lee racing around the back of that tank. As I said, he's probably going to get picked up by Powerbot there if Powerbot's watching. No, Timmy Lee's actually made his way into the chapel. Holy hell. There you go. Did not see that coming. He's actually made his way into the chapel. He's probably trying to clear out anything that's in there from GBI. They, of course, will have some chevrons flaking around on St. Mary Glace at the moment, just indicating to them that they are under pressure. This is the stuff out here. Here's Dankus and Corsi 660. I'll get his name right once. Corsi Sicinius. There you go. And Terry and Co. all around here. Very Como. I love it. It's probably very common or something like that, but very Como, it looks like to me. For those old enough to know who the hell Perry Como is. Anyway. Hammer of Sin. Nice name. I like that one. Grink and Scrib there pushing around the outside. Prawn Hub, commander of the GBI team, of course, making his way up there towards Western Approach. That's nice. He's picked up his man there too. Nice work from Prawn Hub. G'day, Prawn. Nice to see you there, mate. Craven, of course, is the Syndicate squad commander today. For everyone joining the stream now, great to have you here. We've had 13 minutes of play so far, and we've watched GBI just mildly dominate at the moment. They haven't got strong front line right now. It's sort of big push there off to the left there that you can see at the 9 o'clock position. And of course, it's St. Mary Glace is the centre point today. Now they got pressure on the point here because up north where I've got that top right camera, you can see Syndicate is still pushing in. Timmy Lee is in the chapel itself. He made his way in. And Steve, of course, around the back there with Timmy Lee. He's getting up into that building now and going to do some sniping, and probably he'll pick up a Maransky. Oh no, he's been picked up nicely. Maransky's watching for that, and he's picked him out of the building. But look at the points starting to fall here. Syndicate just starting to take it back here. So GBI in a bit of trouble if they're not careful. They've pushed out fairly well in that bottom corner there, over where Terry is. But at the price of losing the point now, and they can't afford to do that because that'll put them right back. 76 now moves its way into the point. GBI with tanks everywhere. So that was the summary. Here's the Luke's coming down the main road there. I can see just past Murray there, where Paradox is. Around where Snow is now, that Luke's will come in. Now, if it's not careful, it's going to see and... Yeah, look, here we go. 76 will pick him up. Boom! Oh! What is that? That is not what I thought it was. That's actually a different tank. There's a Tiger's made its way down there in front of the Luke's. It got a bit of a surprise in the face there from the 76. He put one back into it, of course, but there they go jumping out to repair that. We'll have a look at it from Syndicate's side now. Prawn back over here trying to work on to the next point, which of course is down below us there, where Craven, the commander of Syndicate, is actually protecting up. Look around the back here, though. You can see Duncan has made his way right around the back. Tango Fuzzmeister has got to push through there and clear out that GBI stuff. But this is where Syndicate are putting the pressure in, and GBI responding rather nicely there to that. They've managed to shut down that push again on the point there, and they've cleared that guy out of the tower. However, you can see Steve over there with Cemetery at the moment. So that's where that recon squad for Syndicate are pushing in from, and just harassing the back lines, of course, as recon tend to do, trying to clear out some Garys and stuff. Although GBI don't really have any Garys out that way, so it's not that big a thing for them. And they won't know they're there, though, of course, until they see them shot in the back. Still the same pressure up north here, where we're looking down now from Syndicate onto those buildings there. Again, top right camera. Something just blew up down here. I'm curious what that was. Probably a truck. Yeah, it's a truck. And we must be due for some sort of supplies and airheads and something interesting other than just this same little push here from Syndicate. It's a bit flat, Syndicate push at the moment. I think they're just really getting worked in the back lines over there, where Fignaldo, Bullate, oh, that's not bad, Bullate and Paradox are trying to close down that GBI push. All right, same stuff here. GBI just sort of consolidating this quite nicely, actually, I think. Up the top here, Romulus now pushing around the back here, trying a different flank. Probably try and get a garrison up out this way if he can get some supplies to pressure in on the point. He's got the option of getting it into here, though, not in here. So he's got to try and get into this area. There you can see him just pressuring the back line. So he's just doing Gary clears at the moment. Excuse me. Just doing Gary clears at the moment, not really pressuring anything else beyond that. But look at GBI standing back the force there to shut him down. La Magra waiting for him as well. That's a nice kill there from Proz in the building. There's a vehicle gone there. Curious if that was a tank. Maybe. Oh, I can't see. No, there's a truck. Okay, cool. Plenty of tanks around there. What do we got? Oh, on the main road. That was the Luke's gone. I think Syndicate lost their tanks. Yes, I do. All that artillery's nasty. But let me have a look at that Do or 2 mapper. I think Syndicate lost both of those tanks. Did they? No, the Luke's has made his way around the back, but the Tiger is gone. So someone's picked up a satchel kill there on that Tiger, I reckon. And there was an engineer and an assault guy in there just northwest of St. Marigos. You can see the point blinking there being contested. It's being picked up again by Syndicate. And it's because of those numbers. They've got numbers right forward now, past that center line and on the point itself. GBI, a bit of trouble here. They'll need to really, really shut this down now as quick as possible. They've got a lot of dead. And you can see there on the south side now, Syndicate managed to get some numbers through. We'll get that camera back around here onto Chapel Cam. And Timmy Lee's back in the building, pissing off the GBI defense, of course. Kill switch there. That's the area I'm talking about, where he's managed to come in. Boom, big artillery coming in on that garrison for GBI, but they managed to all spawn in where Bear is. And so that's half a dozen that'll push through now, although Monarch's just been picked up 2 there, Cooked and Vestige. Myth, Prank, and Volume are on the point now. GBI in a lot of trouble here. Tanks are just a bit too far out at the moment for GBI. Oh, 3 kills in a row, though. What trouble? Nothing to see here. Fucking Caster don't know what he's talking about. GBI just shut down all of those guys. Bam. Steve's the only one left. He's wondering what the hell just happened to his team. Look at that for position, though. People even do that. This is nice work. There we go. He's picking up Bear. Oh, great kill there on Bear. These guys, of course, have no idea. Look at that OP, though. Nice and tight there. Syndicate's still in with the play. Prawnub's been picked up around the back there by Timmy Lee. Syndicate's still with the play here on the chapel itself. On the centre cap point. It's been quite a vigorous fight here over the centre, hasn't it? I poop naked. I have no doubt that that's written for casters to read. Which is kind of true. Kidex Snow. Someone's mentioned in chat 15 minutes ago, damn, we all have nothing better to do on a Saturday night. Where else would you be? Nothing more entertaining. Get your beers out. That's what I say. We want to see some swigs every time Combined Arms is mentioned, which, to be fair, I haven't actually seen much of it so far, although that artillery and infantry blend there on the point earlier on was good Combined Arms from both teams. Oh, another vehicle down here. And Hagrid, they're talking about Hans throwing tanks away. What vehicle was that? That was that Luke's. It's made its way literally into the point, but with no support. It's not going to do any good there. And it's been picked off now. Round the back here, Timmy Lee's still just driving him nuts in the back lines, I reckon. There you go. He's picked up Cooked. Nice kill. That was Steve that picked up Cooked. But that counter push has managed to allow Syndicate to stop this south push from GBI. So they've been pressed back here, GBI, and it's now neutralizing. And they are getting numbers, though, Syndicate. Look at that. Look at all that orange up there in the main screen towards the chapel area. And I reckon there goes the cap again. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Killswitch and Prank now moving back in again. They've been into this chapel more times than a priest. Just let you absorb that dad joke for a Sunday there, or Saturday night. And they are capping it out again. GBI again have got to get that spawn wave in of where Bear is. That garrison or whatever it is where Bear is. I think it might be an OP actually. Around the back there you can see a couple pushing in. Yep, right. Timmy Lee's now been picked up by Cook. Nice kill there, Steve. Oh, vehicle gone again. Jeez, it's not a day to be in a vehicle for anybody. Everything's just dying. Oh, and just just because I wanted to actually see what sort of vehicle it was. No, that's a repair station. So the 76 pushing forward there still, but the cap, look at it go, almost 50% here. Syndicate in a great position to smash this cap. If they get this, it'll be really throwing the game on its head. 20 minutes down so far, folks. God, it's been an interesting battle, this one. It's just been non-stop. Here's an airhead. That's what I'm looking for. That'll be the Syndicate airhead now coming in. We'll just do a quick checky. No, wait a minute. Is that even? What is it? Okay, I think it's buried under the... it's an airhead, but it's buried under the OP that's there. I couldn't see it on the map. So that's a good Syndicate airhead now on the north side. Oh, there's the tank shooting and stuff. He knows there's an airhead, and then shit, it didn't even hit that airhead. Smoke going in. GBI in big trouble here if they don't shut down that airhead. That tank probably is, actually. No, the airhead's still active, folks. I'm just checking that right corner. We'll get that camera over there and watch this spawn come in. Let's just see what actually happens here off this spawn. There's an airhead down below us here. There she goes. First 4 in from... Oh! First 2 in because the other 2 wore a tank to the face. So the airhead's good and viable, and they're going to cap this out. GBI not responding quickly enough. There, oh, wavy, they're holding on, they're hanging on here. GBI clawing it back, contested, 1 up now. Reinforces down. That's going to be enough for a few seconds here, and they're capping the next point as well. Geez, this got hugely exciting all of a sudden. GBI hanging on for grim death on the point itself here. You can see, and then the contested is happening over the back there. I want to watch that, but this is where it's all at now. Look at Syndicate pouring in from the south. GBI in all sorts of trouble. They're not going to be able to hold that even with the reinforce. And GBI are going to lose the point here. Yes, absolutely. This is going to go the way of Syndicate. They're going to cap this out. Bombing run going in too late. Whoever that is, it's too late. And that's a great cap, great pressure. Great pressure from Syndicate. Here's a precision coming in now. No idea where that's going. No, didn't see it. Syndicate, great pressure on the point there. I've got the camera now over Cemetery, which is the next point, and it's contested already by Syndicate because they got numbers so close to it. And of course, because of that way the maps look, and I'll go check them in a sec. That was great work from Syndicate. They worked the numbers and gradually knocked out the point. Now, oh, the 76 is gone. That's what that explosion is there. That would be a satchel on that 76, I'm guessing. Oh, GBI just absolutely in all sorts of trouble now. They've just... Something's gone awry in the last couple of minutes, and they've lost all of that momentum they had and all of that great defense and everything. And now they're being contested on the point, because if we just take a quick look here at the 2 map job, you can see how close Cemetery and Samurai Glace are. So Syndicate, look at those numbers, and they've got a garrison around the back as well. That was what the recon are doing. So Syndicate here have managed to press well. GBI, their defense is in tatters at the moment, and they have no sector control in that Hotel 7 area where you can see that garrison. And they've got a tank on the Cemetery as well, pushing them down. They'll hold for a moment with the numbers they've got pouring in on Cemetery, but they're surrounded right now by a tank and a bunch of infantry with the losing sector control. Real problem for them. They're getting boxed into that point by the Syndicate attack, and that means that Syndicate will hold the initiative here and just slowly grind down GBI unless they can get some sort of momentum somewhere else. GBI, all sorts of trouble right now. All right, let's have a look and see what we can do. Tango Fuzzy Meister, great work around the back there. Just pressuring into the point itself. We'll keep that camera up in the top right there on the Cemetery. Cemetery cam, where all the dead bodies are. This is what we want to watch, and we'll see. We'll just get our angle right. Romulus now going in against Cooked. We'll see what GBI can do up the north here. They've got Perpy there trying to get an attack in from the north. Again, the Cemetery there was contested. It's just been clawed back from GBI. as they pour some numbers in, but they've been pushed right back, and they're right out of the church area here, which is amazing considering how many tanks they needed before. And they just didn't control certain areas, the south and the north of the church. Anytime you let someone get a foothold in there, they can push across and clean out the church on you. And Syndicate did just that. So what I'm talking about, of course, is we just zoom up here. This area here where I'm looking down right now, if you let the enemy control that or this area here at any stage, then they can actually pour into the church pretty quickly. Here's a Tiger coming in down below us now. And so GBI, we're fighting hard up here. That airhead was pretty good, but it's actually here. The Syndicate pushed their numbers in by the look of it from before, and that was great enough. GBI overextended down that way a bit too much, didn't control this area here, and of course Syndicate were able to push through that middle sector there where I'm looking right now. Here's a bombing run now. I'm probably expecting that to be the Syndicate bombing run. Yes, it is. So now they're putting one in over they're down the north there. Pick up the north side of Cemetery. Try and pick up the garrison that's up there and some of that infantry there and see if they can crack this wide open. Syndicate with all the answers right now. I thought it was GBI's game there for a while with the way they were playing, but Syndicate just turned that opinion around, and now I think it's anybody's match, this one. Absolutely anybody's match. Didn't know who was going to win beforehand. Sure as shit don't know now. That's for sure. All right, Magic Mutant there. Just watched his mate die, and he's got to try and do what he can. GBI. Holding the point out here, Shen coming across that nice paddock area there, where you do have... The angles are a bit strange over here. Let's just, once it renders in, of course. Have a look at that. So, when you come out of this area here, you've got that little ridge line there you can sort of protect you with, and there's not a lot of infantry that come along this fence line except for here. And the reason is because as we go down through it and have a look, this is the hole. And when people are coming out that hole, they don't see north, which is where we are backing off towards. So you can come across this field quite easily. This bit here is so... This piece of terrain just here is so fought out. So you get people pouring in through those buildings because they're coming across from over this way. It's such a great spot to fight. That's why everyone sort of picks it in comp as well, because you've got so many options for what you can do. Anyway, so where are we at? GBI trying something up north there. You can see where Doga and Lam Agra are at the moment. Danker's coming around the back of the point. He'll probably try and satchel in. Terry pushing down south there. The cemetery looks pretty solid at the moment. T-Reaper pushing across to Shen. He's sweeping around. Someone's going to get the kill there. T-Reaper got the kill. Well done. Maui pushing across. He missed the spawn there in the field. There's an OP in there from Syndicate. Romulus chasing Perpy right now. They're going to see each other. Romulus gets the kill. Maui watching for that. See, this is the trouble for GBI now. They've got to try and take and clean out all of these little insidious little dudes on the enemy team running around. And there you can see Bullet just killed Maui. Oh, and he's just stepped over that OP and killed the spawner. 75 or yeah, 75 there pushing forward now. This is a good little push in the middle here from GBI. They've got control of that central building area there. Quite important. We'll get that camera, I think, back up onto the church area because this is about to break open again. GBI are just starting their little push in now. We'll just start to see that cap occur. Of course, they've got to push further towards it and get closer to it before the cap starts because of that line on the map. Remember, I'm just talking about it here. So we're literally on the border here. So Icon, Cooked, Westage, they're all out of the play at the moment of capping. So they won't start a cap until they're right into the circle area because Syndicate have just got too many numbers around to stop that from occurring. Excuse me for that yawn. Stop that from occurring. All right, Fignaldo pushing up towards T-Reaper. GBI holding the cemetery pretty well. Danker's been picked off. Did he get a satchel down, I wonder? Not seen. Numbers still there for Syndicate. Tiger pushing through the area now. T-Reaper running across, got picked up. He's by himself. Syndicate shutting this down nicely. The point of contest is over here at the moment. That's facing eastwards, looking down over the area at the back of the chapel areas. GBI try to push in, but Syndicate there with all the answers right now. Just killing off the GBI players. And now with that control that Syndicate are getting, they're going to be able to get... See, the cemetery's just there. In that top right corner, the cemetery's just there where that big explosion just went off. Syndicate are able to push in from the north there. They're going to pressure the cemetery. GBI in trouble. They are trying that north push, GBI. They've got numbers up here. They've got to clean out all this stuff first. And then they've got to do it. They've got to do it quick. They've got to do it quick. So Gandalf and Proz have just cleaned up one. But the GBI have got to do this pretty quick when they come through here, because I think Syndicate have got that initiative over there. Oh, GBI actually responding well to that, aren't they, in that top right corner? Quite markedly killed off the Syndicate players there that were pushing in. That was nice work, actually, from GBI. I was too busy watching this. And got me a little setup happening now. I've got to go and buy some screws for my for one of my monitors. I got one of those arm things for free. As in, managed to grab an old one from somewhere, not like I was sponsored or anything silly like that. I don't do that stuff. Too much energy. But I've got one of my monitors now sitting up really high, which means the laptop's actually right next to me now underneath my microphone that I speak to. So as I'm doing the laptop, you'll hear me go like this. This is me right up near the microphone as I'm doing that top right camera. And so the setup's quite nice now. It's almost finished. I do a lot of flight simming with DCS. And so I've got the proper setup for joystick and everything. But there's no fucking room on the desk when I've got that stuff out. So I've got to actually build some brackets and put them underneath the desk so I can hide those pieces of kit. It shouldn't take much to do. Anyway, so back to what we're focused on here. This Syndicate push, it's pushing nicely towards the graveyard, but they're not getting anywhere at the moment because GBI are actually holding their own now. They'd be pretty annoyed, GBI, I reckon, because they had map position and they had the flow of battle, and GBI lost that. Syndicate played well just there for that cap. Oh, let's just do a wrap up, shall we, of where we're at so far. So GBI took the first blood on the chapel itself around 10-minute mark, and then they had a beautiful line of defense straight up the middle of the road. So if we just pop to the two maps and actually talk about what that looked like. So GBI had this defensive line pretty much all the way down here, and it was really good. It was holding out Syndicate beautifully, and then they pushed this force down around this way. But what happened was Syndicate managed to get some people around the back here into this zone here. And by doing that, they were able to close off any spawns in this area for GBI, and they just started pressuring the back area here. It also allowed them, they got this garrison, which is gone now, by the way, but it came up down here somewhere, I think it was. Actually, there you go, where that supplies are. So GBI kind of overextended a little bit. They got up to Western and had a sniff on Western there, and they started to throw some numbers at that, but they overextended here, allowing Syndicate to put an airhead up the north here. But really what actually happened was their forces came through this building set here. And then GBI suddenly lost the point because they had to try and bring their forces back, and Syndicate were everywhere. And then all of a sudden there was pressure on Cemetery as well from these back guys as well. And then that just ripped apart the whole momentum from GBI. They were so focused on getting this up here and just holding this line here that they'd lost all of this terrain control down here. This whole sector here, I would say, was owned more by Syndicate than by GBI. Up the north was always contested pretty hard for them. So right now you can see what's happening there. Syndicate now have got those forces up the north here, and they're just pressuring the GBI garrison. Moransky is trying to clear that out, but he won't. There's enough there. There goes that garrison. And GBI just losing off some sector control there up the north. They've got no forward garrisons, GBI. None. Well, I tell a lie. Okay, there you go. There's one there, but it's locked. All right. But they've got nothing forward to do any sort of pressure on the St. Mary Glace, except for those poor bastards up north who are trying really hard against a pretty vigorous Syndicate defense. All right, that'll do. I know people will get annoyed if I'm on the maps too long. It's a balance. It's always a balance. So the same attack still happening here on this area to the north of Cemetery. We'll just keep an eye on that camera on that angle there. So Cemetery on that top right camera is off to the left. Sort of like on the main screen now, we're looking at about this angle, aren't we? All right, so let's go around and have a look at what's going on. I want to watch these guys up north here and just see what's happening to them. Dicky Vargas or Dicky Vargu, something or other, just cleaned up that little attack there. That was beautiful work from him. Looks like GBI are going to struggle up the north here, north of St. Mary Glace. Gandalf's in there. G'day, Gandalf. Good to see you, mate. I've seen him. Gandalf I've known as a player for my entire Hell Let Loose life. So he's still around enjoying himself there. He must be about a level 1,000,000 by now. He's clearing up the back there, but he is coming against some pretty strong defense from Syndicate here. These teams are very evenly matched, folks. I'll be fair there. Both teams are very, very good. Nice kills though from Gandalf there. Good little MVP moment here if he can get a garrison or something up and get a random spawn wave in the back. Hell, you know what? Let's throw down an airhead at the back there. I think that might even work for GBI at the moment. They've got their defensive line up, and that's nice actually. A little bit of, I suppose, a bit of combined arms here. That artillery getting called in to take out the Syndicate players as they come across, and some 1 foot on the ground type of stuff from GBI here as they do some angles and try and shut down the attacks. These Syndicate players are pretty damn good. Toz and Myth are within 10 feet of each other, and they don't know it. It's so noisy in here. Oh, GBI lost their half-track around the back there. T-Reaper's been picked up. This is a great little attack from Syndicate. They're pushing their way through. They are pushing their way through. You can see Myth and Tozzy are probably trying to find each other because they can hear the shots, but they can't see and they can't get around the angles there. Syndicate now pushing in from the south here as well, although they've got a tank against them. I don't think they're going to get through there. That tank needs to be careful it doesn't overextend. Is that a tank in there? I think it is. Yeah, look at that sneaky little tiger there putting rounds in. And whatever that is. Okay, so that's a rocket going up there. That's 76 just below us there at the 4 o'clock position. Needs to be careful. The tiger's taking a hit. Doesn't know where anything is, but it's backed up there to repair. Good position there. There goes Aviator's jumped away from the tank, waiting for it to back up so he can repair it. So they've fallen back. Each tank has fallen back and it's calling it a draw for a moment. Paradox picked up by Terry. Nice kill there. The Syndicate players are going to struggle to get through down the south there. But I am seeing a couple of Syndicate on the Cemetery itself. We might put Cemetery Cam there up this way and just see what happens. Shall we? Oh, nice artillery kill there at the front there. The artillery very much on point. Remember, with this competition, I believe it's 1 artillery per team, and the artillery is untouchable and the nodes are untouchable. So both teams don't have to worry about artillery saturation nor having to defend artillery, which is what a lot of the comps have learned over the years. There's just a bit of a pain in the bum. And also nodes, you know, you don't want to be fucking around trying to sort out nodes all the time. You just want to play the game and fight, you know. So it's fine. I don't mind having to defend your nodes and things like that, but it becomes a point in time in competition in particular where your nodes are always going to be in the same spot and it's going to be the same stuff and the same outcome. I'd much rather see players actually fighting for their survival and fighting to play, you know, and do good section attacks and good combined arms stuff. And if you haven't had about 4 skulls by now because of the combined arms words usage, then you're not drinking right, folks. Anyway, Vestige or Westage has made his way into the chapel and just outside, just downstairs. All right, so we're clearing out some stuff in there for Syndicate, and they'll get that little flag there saying that someone's around, and so they'll have to pay a little bit of attention. Again, any little 1s and 2s like this, whilst you know, whilst they will struggle against the enemy, will just cause them to put pause for a moment and fall back to clear out the problem. This Syndicate graveyard push is getting a little bit of momentum. Down the bottom there, we just saw some deaths, but they don't get past where Fignaldo is. That's about as far as they get, and then they get chopped up. by some good defense. All right, back up this way. And lovely to see so many new chatters there in chat. 15-minute delay. G'day. Lovely to see you all. Thanks for joining me. We're almost halfway through this match, and it is in Syndicate's favour at the moment. GBI really struggling to get any momentum on any sort of attack. At the moment, it's just a very defence-focused. Moe there picks up his man down below us. 3 versus 1 here. T-Reaper watches. Wow, no, he had no idea that he was about to get gangbanged there. Killswitch, Myth, and Volume have just shredded him. Perpy now is going, what the fuck just happened? There goes the OP Perpy just put down. Oh, he's been picked up as well. And there's Gary here. This is a really nice little push here. Myth now gets picked up by Proz. They've got to defend this Gary and clear out this area again. I do like this part of the map just here, folks, that they're fighting in, because there's all this stuff, the cornfields, and lots of that all the way through to those buildings. It's such a great little spot. All right, so there we go. So someone asking what the lore of this game is. I'm assuming the genre in timescale, it's World War II. So you're looking at, German, or Axis, Allied, Soviet are the 3 forces, and British are the 4th. Though we don't generally see any British maps getting played at the moment because it was a bit of an interesting release by the company. And Soviet even struggles sometimes, but I love playing Soviet. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's viable. Just as long as you don't have Panthers rolling around, you're fine, which this comp doesn't have any Panthers. They've removed Panthers from the competition for this one because Panthers do have an advantage in reload and speed, I believe. The combination of those 2 things quite nasty. 2 tanks there down the bottom of the cemetery. Timmy Lee makes his way in. 2 tanks there get picked by the bombing run. A little bit of frag on them, slowing them down a bit, and a nice push coming in from the back here by Syndicate. They've actually taken quite a bit of territory down there. Timmy Lee's made his way into the point. He's taken a rocket to the face there, but he managed to walk that one off. He's like, what do you got? No, apparently bullets will stop him, but rockets not. So there he gets picked up. Nice kill there on whoever that was. Gee, that was a big long-range kill, whoever did that. Scriv, I think, just did like a 200-meter plus kill all the way up there through the gap. How the hell? That was a great kill from Scriv. I'm barely able to even see that far. He's managed to pick up his running man across the fence through that hole. That's great shooting. Great shooting. All right, Tango Fuzzmeister still down here trying to set something up for attack, but look at that cap starting to fall, of course, from GBI. There's Syndicate are picking up that cap there. The tank just wears it to the face again. I reckon that Tiger's starting to put shots in. Yeah, there she is on the corner of the... we'll get that camera down to this way so we can actually see that. Down the corner here. There's actually a Tiger tank in there now. And we'll see what we can see there. Look at that. Get around and have a look at it from this angle as well. The 2 tanks here should be working together. That 76 is about to die if that Tiger comes around. One of them will. Both are on fire. Romulus will be communicating. Richie takes some shots, but he manages to get away with it. Blue now running around. Oh, he picks up his man. Nice jump and pump from Blue there. Manages to leap out of the tank and gun down that recon guy that was running around there. Reddy Fishy now going for the repair as well. Just watching that tank back off now. That Tiger's just backing away a little bit. Here we go. I want to keep that top right camera there. That's a nice little close-up play of that Tiger there. You can see these 276s there. Just took a bit of a pasting. Whoosh! Something just blew up there. Picked up his man. The 276s should be able to push that Tiger. I think that's what you have to do here. GBI throwing some numbers at the point now. They're just taking it back nicely, but a little bit of a stress pressure there again. What happened to that Tiger? Is it still in there? Yeah, it is. I can hear it. He's tucked away underneath the trees, and he's got a pair of Rocketeers around the back there. It's actually backed right up there. GBI on the back of the tank. What's he doing? Is he going for the satchel on it? Oh, he's staying on the tank. I don't think he's got a satchel. Oh, he's just been run over now. Oh, lovely little play there in that top right corner from that tank. The 276s have got to push and push hard to kill that Tiger. They have to push. If I was those 76s and I knew that there was a Tiger there, and I was working as a pair, this is where you pair up. And they are, I think, they're actually going to... Oh, but there's something else. Something else. That's another Tiger. Okay, so they've just seen that, and they're going to call it now. Here we go. Shots fired. Oh, he's hit the wrong tank. 1-2. Oh, double teamed on the Tiger. Lovely play. That Tiger shot the wrong tank. So he managed to allow them to take the killer, but the other Tiger is going to push forward now. Those two tanks need to repair again. Geez, that was amazing stuff. Great kill there from the Tango team of 76ers. Now GBI, look at the numbers. They're swarming onto the point here beautifully. They're clearing out the point. Oh, that Tiger though. Jeez. That's nasty. Bullet there. Gets his kill. They got to get a repair station up. Go 5. Or Go-Go's. Whichever way you want to read that. Someone has to get a repair station up for those tanks. But they are spending a lot of time. Look at the Tiger. Hacking away. Right. Gee, that was a great little play there at the 45, just under 45 minute mark. And we just saw a really interesting tank play there. Tanks have not had the run of it today. They've been kind of doing well, exploding, doing well, exploding. So, tough life. Tank life, isn't it? That is one of the things I do like about this game, is that it's never guaranteed that you can tank. Well, depends on the meaning of the word there, doesn't it? Never guaranteed that you can drive your tank well and survive for long. You've got to play very smart in comp in particular. A couple of supply drops going around the back there. The interesting one, of course, is the one on the right there, because that's the Germans, the Axis forces, trying to set up a garrison down that way. I note, though, GBI is still trying to get through up north here. They're not succeeding. That is the area they could go through. Something just blew up over on the left there. They could get through up here, and they might have a chance at this because there's not a lot on the church itself. They need people in the circle. I think GBI are up against it for the next 42 minutes, folks. I really do. That Tiger backing away now, right back here down below us there. You can see the Tiger. Viking. Caseman, Paradox, and Fignaldo. So, 42 to go. GBI just with the pressure on the point there from Syndicate. Keeping an eye on that in that top right. Get that tank view back as well soon. Prawn Hub now pushing around the back here. This is what I was looking at here. Here's Moransky trying to counter the recon squad again. This recon squad's really good. They've got a garrison there. They managed to get a garrison up in the middle of the paddock. And they've killed their man. Moransky knows they've got a problem back here. They're going to keep sweeping through now, that recon squad. But that garrison at the back there is going to cause GBI some problems. Go-Go's is running around down the bottom here, where Syndicate have been pushing in from the south. They haven't made a lot of traction here, though, as I said before. GBI are making their way up through here. That's what I want to see. But look how well Syndicate are just responding well to threats, all right? So probably worth the 2-mapper, isn't it? Let's have a quick look, see what's going on, so we can sort of get context. So there's that Gary there around the back, and you can see that'd be Moransky again there. Yeah, he's chasing down that garrison there, but he's got a few players there to clear out, of course. GBI a little push up the north here, and they've got these guys sweeping through down here, and they've got supplies coming in down here. So they've got depth. GBI have got the option of making deep garrisons and sweeping in. Like way back here, they could put some garrisons. Right? And looking at the map, that would actually work out well for them, because over the right-hand side here, you can see there's no garrison here for Syndicate. Therefore, they wouldn't get early warning. They are, of course, there's a truck up here near that garrison. Kilo Squad, whoever that is from GBI, that is Gandalf. He's just been strafed off of that garrison, of course. I wasn't sure if that was going to pick him up, but it did. That was a nice little kill there from the commander of the Syndicate team. But look at how they're playing, and they're now pressuring the point here, Syndicate, quite well. They're capturing it vigorously. GBI don't have enough on it right now. I think they're going to lose this one. I really do. I think they're going to lose Cemetery now, just because of the numbers of Syndicate pushing through and the fact that there's nothing nearby from GBI that can actually counter that. They're too far out, and these guys over here have been working so hard to get up this way, and now they'd be looking dishearteningly at that bombing run. Is this GBI bombing run? Yes, it is. This might be an okay bombing run. It'll pick up some of the problem. There it goes, just through the north area here of the graveyard. Look at that. It's cleaning up quite a bit on the point. Is it enough? No, I don't think it is. There's a tank around the back here, a Tiger. The 76 is one. He's got an engineer on him. There's another 76 there chasing God knows what. He's got an engineer on him. Kill switch there, didn't get his satchel on. Maybe stop that tank now and go reverse, maybe. I don't know. He's trying to get on the back of it. The tank's stuck. Oh, this is disaster. Oh, but it's managed to shoot the ground. Oh, Prank's missed with a rocket. Blue's down. Oh, no. Rich is the only one left in that tank. Syndicate are going to cap this out. These two tanks are just struggling with infantry all over them. There's a rocket into the 76. He's by himself, remember. He's got nowhere to go. Someone's managed to kill that guy that was shooting him in the arse. But Syndicate have pressed through again. Are they going to cap it? GBI might just take this back in a second. Look at the numbers on the point. Airhead coming in again. Syndicate very good with the timely airhead, of course. And that's going to make a difference for them to be able to cap this, or at least hold it straight away with an instant garrison on the point. Well done to Syndicate there. They've just ground down GBI off these points, and that's a 4 cap now for Syndicate. And GBI are going to struggle here. I reckon the last point probably get capped again soon too. They've already got a recon guy down that way checking it out. Boy, oh boy, Syndicate really just working the numbers here and zoning out GBI, making sure that they get cleaned out of that area. This building set down here that I'm looking at in the top right corner now, I love that building set, and we just don't fight down there at all, do we, really? Because by the time you're fighting down there, it's game over. There's a precision coming in. That's gone in next to the tanks. It's hit, but it hasn't hurt too much. 76 there, pounding into the Tiger. Double kill on that, double tap on that Tiger, puts it out of its misery. That's the one that we've been watching there near Cemetery for ages. It's now kaput. And das, I don't know what the word for tiger in German is. Das Tiger is kaput. Panzer something or other. Yeah, anyway. So GBI now, just with that pressure coming in from the south where those two tanks are, and the killing of that tank actually helped them a lot. But can they bring it back here? They have swarmed top right corner. You can see there they've shut down any attack. They cannot afford to lose that point, and they know it. All right. So back here, what does the cemetery look like for GBI? Nothing good right now. That tree is really... Can we cut down that tree, please? Back up and have a look here. Cemetery just being taken by GBI. Good work from them. Something just blew up. That was a satchel, I think, in between everybody. He dumped his satchel on the ground. Or it might be artillery, but I think it was a satchel. I had that explosion of a satchel. It didn't kill the tanks, but it definitely damaged both of them. So he's obviously slapped the satchel down the ground, hoping it might pick out something because he couldn't catch the tank. Unfortunately, he's just lucked out there, but not a bad effort at all. Whoever dropped that satchel down there from before. GBI are capping this slowly. They've got an airhead against them, I think, still. Yeah, there is. Up the top corner there where Tyler is, there's an airhead just in there somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but it's in that way. The case man. Oh, that might be just there, actually. No. Somewhere up there, there's an airhead as well. What we got going over? Another airhead here, but this one is a GBI airhead, and they're going to slap it down and mass spawn for the cap, I reckon. The two 76s need to stay together. One of them's racing off, although that's not a 76, that's a 75, isn't it? Yeah, he's going way too quick to be a 76. So he's got the 75s pressing forward while the 76s hold position. And this is the airhead now coming down on top of the 76s. I don't know if I like that one. I don't think they needed that. I think they could have easily put a garrison in there with those 76s. Yeah, well, you know, horses for courses, isn't it? This is the airhead that's come down. Steve now pressing Tozzy. Tozzy's been picked up. Battle Toaster coming in. Romulus sweeping around the back here. One sec, just a farewell on the kids. And we are back again. Just the kids are going to a party today. All right, so GBI just with that swarm coming in now down the south there. We'll watch that play in. Poop Naked's down. Cooked is down. Kill Switch is there. He's got 2 against him. We really want to get in amongst the action a bit more here, I think. Nice kills there from Kill Switch. So he's been picked up nicely. This is good from GBI. Now they got to try and 1-2 this. All right, they should be able to take this point back with an airhead there and 276. Fuck, you know what? If GBI can't take this back with an airhead, 276s and a whole bunch of infantry, then they probably should just end it now and go back and review and work out a new strat. But they are doing it. All right, they are doing it. They have got even skill set with Syndicate. So they're just being outplayed slightly here, GBI, but they are pushing now. Syndicate really need to cling on to this. That's the airhead now spawning in the big wave. Oh! Wow! That was brutal artillery. Absolute perfection of a shot. Killed everything running in. They're still capping though. That's what I mean. Like they've got huge advantage, whatever's going on right now, GBI. They should cap this. Those 276s in position. See, the trouble with coming out here, though, of course... Whoa, that's a ricochet. Where's that coming from? I can't see. Up there. I think it's up in there. Big miss, whatever that was. There she is. Yep. Nice. So, GBI not capping. Now there's the spawn wave. Now the cap. Lycaon kills his man trying to kill the tank. This is GBI bombing run, I reckon. Yes, it is. No, that is a Syndicate bombing run. It's going to get the airhead. It's got someone around the back there. Not bad. Strafe going in as well. The GBI guys have thrown something back. Prawn Up's thrown something back at that. There's the cap. GBI got the cap. Boy, they've had to fight for it though, haven't they? 31 to go. This is a tight match, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really enjoying this one because it's just been non-stop action from both teams. We'll put that camera up to the north of the point now. Of Cemetery. Let's see what else is going on around the map quickly. There's that south stuff going on from Syndicate that I was talking about. Yep, happy with that. Syndicate holding the chapel quite comfortably here. No pressure at all on this at the moment. Nothing up the north here from GBI. They've been trying up here. It's just not going to happen. I think the south is the way to go. They've tried through the middle here. They haven't managed to get through. I am surprised by that. And I think that's where this area here is where they got to go try and get through. All this here. There's the chapel there. This is where they got to go through. I do find that surprising. They haven't been able to make ground in that middle area there. And now it's just sort of a 3-2 stalemate here, but they're losing that south 4. That south position there, GBI, and they're getting flanked by stuff. Whatever that was just died. That's an anti-tank gun. Nice kill there from GBI. And they are pushing the force down the south here. You know, it's a tough uphill battle for them right now. They're not on the point. They're not in control of the point. Cemetery still held by Syndicate. This is the top right camera that we're looking at. Syndicate are actually the owners of the point, and they're starting to cap it now because GBI are getting pushed out. The 75's dead. The Tiger's pressing forward now. 76, he's going away. Yeah, they haven't... GBI unable to consolidate their defense there. And Syndicate now pressing the advantage back of having close proximity spawn points. And the Tiger tank, there's the 75. It's dead inside the cemetery. I can just see it there. All right, so a bit of a waste of a tank, to be honest. Running it in there. They did get the cap as a result of it. But, yeah, overextended and died. And kind of could have used that now to defend against some of this infantry that's pushing through. But we didn't watch it play out, so maybe he had legitimate reason for driving where he was. All right, and you got to not stop with all the satchels getting thrown around on this map at the moment. You know, it's hard life being a tanker. This is big problem here for GBI. They've had their defensive line busted open, so The Syndicate players have pushed through the middle of the formation of GBI, and now Battletoast are having to fall back to try and clean out whatever's going on behind him. Never good. Bear and Vestige there, of course, trying to defend there as well. GBI losing momentum over here. T-Reaper trying to press through. Syndicate are going to capture back, quite comfortably capture back the cemetery. And GBI with, yet again, all the work to do here, folks. Gosh, it's hard on the ground today. Look at this. Even, oh, nice kills there. That was good. Good little defense there of that OP. So let's see, have a look across this way. There's still the tanks in there. Oh, but no infantry. There's not having any fun being infantry. There's the garrison below us. GBI just spawn. Oh! Wow. And there, look at that. Fignaldo. Oh, no. Magic Mutant, last man standing, going, what on earth just happened? Tank wears it in the back. That'll be the Tiger shooting it. Yes, it was. He'll get away with it, though. But Syndicate just pummeled the infantry there. 10 of them in a row. 2 artillery shells. Gorgeous artillery. Those guys just need to run the fuck away right now. There it is. Battletoaster walks straight into that. Aviator there sitting on top. He's going to die if he's not careful. That artillery, brutal as. Tiger pressing forward. That Tiger is doing very well. Who's in that? Let's have a look. Athens excess. Someone was talking about Hans just throwing away tanks in chat earlier. No. Hans is doing very well in that tank. But look what's going on here now around the back. Oh, they've got pretty good defense at the moment. Paradox there picks up Vestige, or Fignaldo actually does. GBI all down at the moment. Shen took it pretty hard. That bullet knocked him off the map. Tank takes a ping. There goes the 76. The Tiger is pressed forward right up. Very aggressive play paid off from the Tiger. The 76ers were probably a little bit conservative for a while there. I think they were over conservative. In a pair, you've really got to be a bit more aggressive. The Tiger outmaneuvered them, and the infantry outmaneuvered those 76ers and ended up killing them pretty much. So now GBI have lost all momentum, and they've just been completely gutted out of there. The last guys now around this way, and now we're going to watch the final battle here for this last point and see if GBI can not only defend it, but send some people around to cap cemetery as well. So we're going to keep that camera down top right corner over, what's the name of the point? I can't remember. Reserve de Feu. Romulus has got his kills there in that trench. So even though they held on for a little bit, T-Reaper's just spawned in with his recon spawn. Nice kill there from T. But see, there's no pressure anymore now, except for Cooked. There's no pressure anymore from GBI. They've got a couple of squad leaders pushing, but they've got 6 infantry against them up here. And, you know, they're throwing 4 or 5 people up against that. And Syndicate are just too good. They're just too good. Here's the tank. Is that the Tiger? God help me. The Tiger is actually pushing forward. He's actually going for the 76 kill. And he might do it. The 76 has missed. Oh, great kill from the Tiger. Boy, oh boy, I said it was hard being a tanker today. In the last 10 minutes, it's only if you're an allied tanker that you're struggling. Axis are having a field day in that tank. Now he's got to run like fuck. Aviator's been chopped down by that defensive infantry. Brought up, picking up a couple there. But that Tiger will back off now. Just probably repair quickly and go, yep, 2-0. Thanks very much. Plus whatever else he's killed so far, because he's been alive for quite a while. Supplies coming in as Syndicate now consolidate, but GBI just really squashed. Absolutely got squashed there. Another tank coming in now as well. Probably another Tiger. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so there's 2 Tigers now. There's one in there, and there's one there. And the 2 Tigers now are going to press forward with that infantry. You can see all of the GBI trying to chase it. Nice shot from Dankus. Although he ricocheted, that's a little bit sad for him. But he got a hit on it as well. It's from a couple of 100 meters away. Now he's been shot, though, by someone from 200 meters away. So, you know, unlucky there from him. The infantry now, that tank, of course, knows someone was behind him, so they turned around, they saw the infantry, they start shooting that. Just great play from Syndicate here, really demonstrating their position in this competition and where they think they're going to end up at the end of the season, I reckon. I think they've got a shot there against being one of the top teams. Just their level of play is very, very good from what I can see. They're, GBI, no slumps. GBI are fighting tooth and nail for everything right now. But I definitely think that they've been outmaneuvered on a couple of occasions there by Syndicate. And I think probably the big thing I would say, Syndicate's defense in certain areas of the map, like up here, it's been just rock solid, absolutely rock solid. And now look at them getting pincered back. Look, there's no pressure on Cemetery anymore. That's like it wasn't even a thing for GBI. They're just being pushed right back here as Syndicate. Well, we'll do the two maps quickly and have a look at what I'm talking about there. There's 4 garrisons for GBI. There's nothing up the top here, but Prawn Hub's trying to get something going. Look, he's trying, isn't he? But he's going to struggle up there because it's full of, look at all the infantry up there. The moment he appears anywhere, he's about to get shot. Where there, you just got shot out of the truck. So, Syndicate are just shutting them down. But you look at where the Syndicate attack is, they just get boxing him in now. Boxing him in nicely. And GBI are just getting ground into the corner. Those tanks are making a big difference. They've got a 76 up on the field and a 75 GBI. So that's not too bad for them. But those 2 Tigers are doing very, very well. There's the Tigers now. They're working together. Rocket in the bum there from Dog H. Nice shot. He won't get his kill, though, because Viking managed to pick him off. Omen, though, has jumped out. Probably said thank you to Viking. Viking's been shot now. Nothing down below us. And they'll just repair that up quickly, though, and continue on. That's another hit on that tank. He's shooting down the road. He's picked up his man, though. That would be the 76. Probably. No, that'd be the 75 that pushed forward, wasn't it? The 75 has just pressed forward and got killed. There's a 76 down below us down here somewhere. Where is she? Down here? I can't find it. Sorry. It's off to the left. There. They're just waiting. Yep, there she is. Bombing run coming in now. Quick check. Who's the bombing run? I do not know. I do not know. I think it's a GBI bombing run. It's trying to pick up the tanks and stuff. So, what did it get? No, not much of anything actually. Well, I picked up a Gary that was there. But 21 minutes to go. History Builder, welcome to the chat, mate. I believe you are known as Mr. Airhead now. Or the Eyes of Mars. If you watched my stream last weekend, folks, you will know what I'm talking about. The nice clip, mate, by the way. I like that one. So GBI, look how much pressure is on them. They're just squeezed out here. They've got to break. They've got to break out. They've got to break out somewhere. Kilo Squad with the breakout play. An outpost spawn. Gandalf the White working like a trooper around the back all through this match. Trying desperately to get something going. Right? He's not lighting up anything on the cemetery. Right? But they are chasing him. They are chasing him. Let's go and have a look at that, shall we? Gandalf's back there with Dankus. Dankus is shooting rockets at a garrison. I think he picked up a garrison there. And he's managed to shoot him. That is great stuff. He's popped the rocket, pulled the rifle out, shot his man, and now he's running off. Well done, Dankus. That's an MVP moment right there, folks. Did he hit it? No. No, he's missed. He's missed the garrison. He's going to run down towards it. He's got to get it. Here we go. Bam, that's a great rocket from Dankus there. Picking up the garrison at the back of the point. Tyler now will probably see Gandalf's... Oh, Dankus MVP. And if he can do this with Gandalf, these guys will crack it wide, wide open. Is there enough money for an airhead? Not quite. But this is the moment. Double boxing would go down well here now for Gandalf. They've cleared everything off the point. And now they're picking up the cap. And this is a bit of a nice one from GBI. A little MVP moment there from Dankus. Oh, he's been picked off. Tyler there. Sort of trying to work out what the fuck just happened. What do we got here? No supplies, no options at all. Gandalf is stuck. Corsi Sicinius trying to push up down the bottom there with his mate. Boy, that was amazing stuff there from Dankus. Probably going to MVP him for this one. That was good work. It's not quite enough, though. Gandalf there by himself now with no supplies and no way of doing anything except waiting for his OP to come back up. We're just keeping an eye on this south stuff as well still. There he goes. His OP's up. They're going for the box. They're going for the box here, I reckon. Go-Go's will put down... They're in the same spot as before. Here they push up. This is a good little play from GBI. We're going to keep an eye on this as we watch that top right corner there on the last point. It's sort of just stagnated a bit. Scrib's been picked up. GBI, well done, though, on that play. Oh, Gandalf picked up. Nice kills there from Syndicate. Really good defense, as I said before. Probably the same guys that were up north and now just doing this here. Go-Go's there in position trying to... Let's get in close, shall we? Oh, big kill again. Shots fired over my head. Someone else just died in the paddock. Syndicate with all the answers here in defense. Very Como now dead. Go-Go's is down. Tyler's still in there. Scrib knows someone's there. Got the OP still. There's Gandalf and Corsi. Mick pushing around the back. Cap still occurring here for Syndicate. For GBI against Syndicate. Scrib in position. Can he kill his man? With this little sneaky shit going on. Oh, in the back! In the back. Nice kill from Shen there, helping his mate out. GBI still with the numbers on. They're actually pushing in nicely here. Where have they got it? In the middle of all things. And there's a tank coming in from the north. A Greyhound. Syndicate need to wake up a little here. I don't think they realise what's going on. They are capping it back. No, they're not. I'm going to put that camera up on the graveyard now. This is a good play. This is a very, very good play there. Little MVP moment taking out that garrison from Dankus. Has managed to crack open the game a little bit. And now GBI now, look at them swarming. But there's that counter swarm. They put a garrison down, of course. Gandalf's right in amongst it. Yeah, nice. They don't know where he is. Hell, Sid putting rounds in. Gandalf MVP, and he's got to watch out to his left. Oh, has he got the grenade off? Yes, he has. The grenade's on the ground. No, it's not. I tell a lie. He went over the fence. There's the Stewart. There's a Stewart, not a Greyhound. I apologise. It was from... Stewart's going for a run. He's on a tear. He's going to see what he can do. There's a Gary right there. He's locked the Gary inadvertently. Richie's out. He's going to kill. He's got one. He's got... What's he got? Has he got anything? No, no, no. And that Stewart's got nothing in it. He should have just kept going. But GBI have brought up now, taking advantage of this. GBI have managed to just change things a little here. By breaking that open, they've pulled the pressure off of that last point. They've placed it back onto Greyhound. Cemetery and a Syndicate now have to respond, and that's what GBI wanted to do. That is great work from them. Turning the battle around with 14 to go. It's still 4-1, but There's time here, folks, for GBI to claw this back. There's time, of course, for Syndicate to close it out as well. They've pulled everybody back from the north to defend this. Is there an airhead up? No, but look at that GBI push. Let's do the 2 maps quickly. Last time, the 2 maps are up. Look at Syndicate have just been cleared out. They've got people at the back of Reserve de Firm. That'll be the recon squad, probably. Yeah, it is. So they'll keep pressuring there. GBI, though, look at that. That was a great move from them. Got their guys around the back as they needed to. Snuck in, cleaned up a garrison. Just look at all that map control that Syndicate have lost. They've lost all of their garrisons except for Golf 8. So they've lost everything out of those 2 defensive columns. That is huge work from GBI, and it's paying off, folks. There's an airhead now from GBI as well. Let's get in on it now. We know what's going on. Whoop, wrong one. Let's hit that. GBI now throwing in an airhead as well. This could be a turning point. We're going to watch this closely. We'll get that top right camera over to the bottom of the map here. To the bottom of the graveyard, the cemetery, whatever we call it. 3 squad leaders in there. Where's that artillery from GBI? That's what they need. Airhead's right there, but they're under pressure. A tank up here now is what they also need. They've got to get up and in it. 2 tanks there dead from before. I don't know where the Tigers are. Shit, where do those Tigers go? There's one alive still. Way down south. He's been hammered a bit. There's the airhead. Icon's got to defend that. Icon's got to defend that airhead. It's right there. Oh no, Icon down. Double tap. Myth's in it. Grenades in. He'll just grenade that. Here he goes. Yep, that's a big airhead gone. Wasn't defended well enough. They cleared it out. So that was a turning point there that was just lost by GBI. They had a chance there and they've blown it, unfortunately. Just not enough on it. And where are we looking? I wanted to look over there where Gandalf and co are still. So this is their last chance here, I think. We're going to watch that play in the top right corner as now they get pressed back down. So where'd that Tiger go? There he is, down here. The Tiger sweeping through now. 11:44 to go. What a play, though. What an interesting little play there. Gandalf now. Gandalf's down. Did he get his OP up? Yes, he did. Might be locked out. We'll just watch it. Just keep that camera in the top right corner. Oh, I turned it off. Huh. My bad. That's what I hit wrong before. So what a match so far. 11 to go. So let's do a full summary, shall we? And GBI now pressuring the cemetery again. Through that middle area, I think. So what's happened is the first 10 minutes of the game went to GBI where they took the church area after a hard fight. And they had pretty good control. And they had a good defensive line up through the middle of the map. And they started pressuring down south, down here. And they opened up this back area. And they didn't defend it well enough, and a little bit up here as well. And Syndicate managed to capitalize on that. And they pushed through and they took the church. And then because the 2 points are nice and close together, and they had control down here, Syndicate, they pressed the cemetery and took it down. Not long afterwards. And so that meant GBI were on the back foot for the rest of the match. Now we note that GBI are still trying to cap cemetery. The match is not over. It has never been held strongly by Syndicate except for about a 5-minute window in there. The rest of the time it's been this pressure because it is close. It's got like big opportunities here for GBI to use this whole area to press in on, and they're doing it now. Again, Gandalf from the north, who we are watching there in that top right camera, he's just doing the right thing there with his squad. And they're getting back in on it now, and GBI now pushing in the south as well. And we're now 9:52. Get on the edge of your seat, folks. This one looks a bit more convincing from GBI. They've got at least a dozen people pushing in. Syndicate are not responding quickly enough. And for those that ever wonder about response times, let me point this out to you. if we were to say, oh, the point's just starting to be contested right now, it takes on average 1 minute for your team to respond and spawn in on a garrison in the area. Because it takes 10 to 20 seconds for teammates to respond and then redeploy themselves. And that's if they went straight away. If the commander went, hey, we're getting cemetery starting to get in a bit of trouble. I need Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie squads to redeploy. That's 5 seconds of conversation. And then add another 10, 20 seconds for the redeploy, unless you shoot yourself or your mate or whatever, because that's what your penalty is, 20 seconds. So that's 25 seconds right now. And the average garrison, remember, is going to be about 20 seconds. So you're already up to 45 seconds right there before you're actually getting anybody in on the point. And that's not assuming that you've had any time to think about immediately hitting escape redeploy. All right? So we average it out. I did the maths on this. If it's an OP they're coming in on, it's 40 seconds. If it's a garrison, it's a minute. So Syndicate have managed to get those people in, but it was about almost a minute worth of capping before all those folks started to come back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 squad leaders. 5 squad leaders there. All managed to come back, but it took them a minute. Just under. So there you go, folks. Remember, it depends on how long's left on the garrison to spawn, and you've got to average it. There was a tank in there. It is no more. The Tigers come in and cleaned it out. That's the end of that GBI push. It looked good, but until it wasn't. They've still got numbers around, but that Tiger tank's going to fuck them up a bit now. Supplies coming in from Syndicate. They realise, probably a bit belatedly, they needed to get their garrison back up. Bombing run coming in. That's going to be a Syndicate bombing run and Syndicate bombing run. No, GBI, sorry. GBI bombing run. It's picking up a few. It's stripping down some of the forces on the fence. The supplies will still come down. They'll still get their garrison up, and GBI won't be able to cap this, I don't think. I think we're getting to a point now where Syndicate have just got enough field position with that tank as well. And see, the tank's just down there with us. Is it? Is it? Is it? Wait, sorry, my bad. Yes, it is. So with that tank and the supplies and the troops they've got, and there's an airhead. They're throwing an airhead in to see what they can do. It will come with a bombing run, I reckon. Or a strafe, at least. Nothing at all at the moment. Nope, he's just going to take it plain out. He's popped his grenade on. And Morensky has just cleaned up the airhead. There you go. So that was just a bit of a distractor from Syndicate, because all they need to do now is for 6 minutes, well, for 4 minutes and a half, just hold this point, don't they? There's a repair in there, is there? Yeah, there's a repair station in there. Okay. All they have to do is hold this, and I think they will. I don't see, because of that tank, the German tanks have definitely had a better run today. There's a tank over there. What's that? That's a Panzer IV, folks, that's bunkered up over there. Nothing down this way at the moment. But GBI won't be able to crack this defence now. That Panzer tank around the back with the Tiger are going to be enough, I think. What a great match. So anyway, so we're finishing the summary. And that's you've seen the few tickles that says GBI have pushed against Syndicate. But they've never really been able to crack it out more than about 50%. There's a Panzer IV. There's the Tiger. Dankers has got his kill. I think Dankers picked that up. Oh, nice work from Dankers. Or maybe it was that tank coming through now. That's a 76. He's pushing up. They've got 3 minutes, folks. 3 minutes to crack this puppy open. They've got Dogie up the top there. Where's their play at the moment? Circle 276 is in the middle. Got to be a double tank push, doesn't it? But those tanks are getting smashed. Everything's shooting at them. Something's shooting it from down south. Richie's out of his tank. He's got to defend. There, bam. Whatever it is down here. Some sort of big tank. Where are ya? And here, there you go. Tiger tank picks it up from down south. So that'll be the end of it, folks. That's definitely got to be it. Those two tanks were about the only hope they had. And yeah, it's just there's one down now. 76 is right there. Paradox has killed his man. Lycaon and Blue are in there, but they've got Frank now. They've run into a tree. So a very comprehensive demonstration of combined arms and good tankery from Syndicate. Managed to press GBI out of the point and push him back. And now there goes that other tank. So Syndicate now are going to claim this victory 4-1. I don't think they'll take the other point in the next minute or so. So it's going to be a 4-1 to Syndicate. GBI fought pretty hard, but they just weren't able to do it. Look, they're going to bring another tank in. That's the Panzer IV. He's coming forward now. He's got no other tanks against him now. So GBI will just have to consolidate with a 4-1 loss. And obviously, you know, a few things there about their attack line. They weren't able to bring back the attack well enough, except for those couple of really good maneuver plays. And we'll probably give one to Dankers for that garrison kill, which almost pulled away the game. They are actually losing the last point now. Must just have some numbers down that way, tickling it. Yeah, are the tanks probably coming in? Is that? Yeah, Tiger's pushing in. That's why. So they might actually cut this out. Actually, 5-0. Nah, the tank will probably get killed. GBI with everything to lose now, of course. They have to throw everything at 2 points, but they can't win from here. So well done to Syndicate though on a good play. It was a good match to watch. Kept us going there probably until the last 20 minutes. Was consistently a good fight. Athens now shooting Scriv. Oh, his mates, the aviators, just knocked him nicely. But we will give that as probably 60% in Syndicate's favour there. GBI just kind of lost it a bit and couldn't bring it back. Couldn't get the attacks back. So there we go. All right, 2:17 to go. We finish off this match. Who are your star players? That's the question I'll ask you now, folks. Oh, that's a tank down. That's a good kill there. Scriv probably put a satchel on it, did he? Maybe. Or maybe that was a tank shooting it. Not sure. 76 there on point. Don't think anyone's in it. Bombing run coming in. Too little too late, unfortunately. That's game for Syndicate now. Definitely can call it, of course. We could call it 4 minutes ago. So, well done to them. Another match is going on today, folks. Might be another one on right now. Not sure. We'll go and raid if there is. And I'll be back tonight. Interestingly, I'll be streaming a match, but not casting it. Because I can't cast late in the evening with the sound or the volume. Oh, I might actually do vocals. You just see a more reserved version of Noppers tonight. All right, I'll be a little bit quieter. I'll probably get the microphone nice and close, and we'll just talk about what's going on, rather than actually live streaming with the excited voice that I normally do. Because the kids will be going to sleep and I'll get my ass kicked if I wake them up constantly. The match is at 9:30 my time, I think, or 9:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But this one was a good one, folks. Well done again to Syndicate, as I said. We'll stay around afterwards, just quickly have a look at the teams, the numbers, and see how they actually went for different stuff. That's Stuart that came in here that missed that garrison. That might have been a different play there. Here's a Stuart now. I think that's the same guy, is it? Oh no, it's a 3. 3 Stuart. Having a bit of fun at the end. They've played it all the way through here, GBI, which is of course what we want from our teams. We want them to play it all the way to the bitter end, even if they've lost. So turn the header off, and we'll turn that dual cast off. There you go. So there you go, folks. Syndicate with the victory 4-1 over GBI on St. Maro Glace. Well played to both teams, but definitely saw the GBI team. Dankus, even though he's got a pretty big score, yeah, definitely saw the GBI team just outplayed there by Syndicate. So, oh, look, we'll give it to Hans. He copped a bit of shit there. I don't normally get to the players with the big numbers, but both of those players played pretty well. Have a look at your favourites there, folks. Look at some of those scores there. Some pretty interesting ones. Artillery definitely on point today. The artillery players are definitely good, but they don't. There were a couple of plays there where artillery did definitely impact the flow of play. They were whooping ass in some of those big five people kill followed by 5 people kill. That was a huge play there. 10 in a row. Stuck the life out of the GBI attack. But some of the garrison placements as well, on both teams actually, but you know, from what I saw with those artillery kills, those GBI garrison placements were a bit too obvious for artillery to be able to hammer. So that's where we ended up. But look at your favourites, see if you can find your favourite in there, who you're cheering for, of course. 841 for Kitex, nice score there. 759 for Steve. Yeah, he was doing right as a sniper, wasn't he? 885 for Paradox. Infantry, Satchelier. Probably got some good tanking kills there, didn't he? Oh, and then a fair bit of, yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, so that's that. We'll go back across the main screen. I'm probably actually going to go play a bit of DCS now. DM me if you're a DCS player. Happy to have you hook up for a game. I do actually create scenarios and campaigns. I just haven't done that for a while. Here we go. Back up. Here we go. Okay. So that was a pretty good match. Love these matches. These 35s are going pretty well. The balance is right. The no Panthers is right. The one artillery is right. The nodes are right. Everything about it's going well. So catch up with me tonight for an NRNS match. Otherwise, we'll see if there's a raid now. Otherwise, if not, or whatever happens, have a great weekend, folks. And I will catch up with you soon. All right. And we will bid you adieu. Goodbye for now.